Got any nerdy bookworms at your house? Well, I can relate. I am the nerdy bookworm at my house, and I have a fun fantasy series just for young adults that I want to talk to you about today. It is something certainly worth staying tuned for. So see you in a minute. Hello my friends, I'm Rebecca from There Will Be a $5 Charge for Whining, and I am a reviewer for the Old Schoolhouse magazine and the Homeschool Review Crew, and today I have another fun review. This one is by far my favorite kind of review, and that is for a book. As I mentioned previously, I am a book nerd. I'm a book nerd to the nth degree. So this particular series is from 12 Gates Publishing. It is a fantasy series for young adults. It is the Hamelin Stoop series by Robert B. Sloan. Mr. Sloan also happens to be a very talented man, as well as the president of Houston Baptist University in Texas. And I can't tell you how much I love these books. First of all, the first in the series is The Eagle, The Cave, and the Footbridge. I got that one. And then he also sent us The Lost Princess and the Jewel of Periluna. And oh my goodness, these are terrific. I also got a couple of little goodies. I got a couple of bookmarks called Keep Waiting, Keep Hoping. Keep Waiting, Keep Hoping. And a little page of discussion questions, as well as a fun crossword puzzle. So the book is about a baby, Hamelin Stoop, who is left on the stoop of an orphanage in Texas in a tomato crate. Not a very suspicious beginning, is it? He grows up and knows nothing, knows nothing about his family. We as readers know that his family actually is a lovely girl named Johnny and a man named Simon, and they leave him there in the hopes of protecting him. Meanwhile, they are whisked away to a realm that is being ruled by a nasty guy named Rendell. And there is more that reveals itself in the story. Hamelin doesn't know anything about this. He's just thinking he's a kid, wondering who he is and where he came from. The first book, The Eagle, the Cave, and the Footbridge, kind of talks about his experiences growing up and feeling different. There's some strange things that begin to happen to him, and it's riveting. It really is. I'm going to talk to you about, let's see, I'm finding a chapter. Finding in a chapter, I'm going to read to you a little bit. Okay, maybe not. Maybe there. Okay, I'm going to read to you this in this book right here. Hamelin opened his eyes but didn't budge an inch. He was still hearing things, but now it sounded like the padding of big feet running away down into the dark space in front of him. He still wasn't fully awake, but as he slowly began to lift his head and look in the direction of the cave, he had the full light of the moon in his back. His head was throbbing. He took a deep breath, and then as he looked into the blackness of the cave, he saw two small eyes, closely spaced, reflecting the moonlight, and looking straight at him. The eyes were about 3 feet off the ground, belonging to whom or what he didn't know. Hamelin raised up and sat back almost at the same time, trying to get a little space between him and the pair of eyes. He leaned back, but couldn't get his feet under him quickly enough to move as fast as he wanted. Then the eyes came a full step, or was it a hop, towards him, and there, in the light of the moon, standing in the entrance to the cave and looking out at him, was a dun dun dun. I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens, but it's an interesting story. There's an encounter that Hamelin has when he's 8 that leaves him disappointed, and something that he's supposed to do that he doesn't complete. This kind of reminds me of a few stories that we might be familiar of, maybe some in my own life, and there's always grace and forgiveness and redemption in the end. The second book, The Lost Princess and the Jewel of Periluna, Hamelin is growing a little bit, and his mission. He has learned the mission and the nature of a quest he is going to be going on. He also learned something about his parents. He's joined by two friends, and they go on a quest to retrieve a couple of lost items. And this is just a great adventure. I will tell you that I cannot stand that I don't know what happens next. It is one of those that leaves you hanging. You want to know what's going to go on, what's going to happen. And as far as I know, I am not seeing what's happening next. I'm not seeing book 3. So I'm looking for that. I'm going to be stalking Mr. Robert B. Sloan to find out what happens next. Now, the book series, they are very, they kind of remind me, if you enjoy C.S. Lewis or Tolkien books, you will enjoy these. George MacDonald, let's say The Princess and the Goblin. You will enjoy this kind of literature so much. It's something that I think you can hand to your kids who are ready and available to read it, and they will enjoy them as well. It's a very moral story, and I think there's some allegory there as well. The first book actually now is an Audible form, and I am excited. I'm excited to get that. We loved listening to books in the car, and I think summertime is a great opportunity to do so. So I'm anxious to get that. I'm not sure about the second book yet. I'll have to think on that one. So these are so delightful, so intriguing, so wonderful. I am so excited to share them with you because I personally love this kind of literature. I love this kind of thought-provoking, and there's such a story behind it. And he also, Mr. Sloan, is a very gifted writer. I think you will enjoy his writing immensely. I am going to point you towards, though, the Homeschool Review blog, so you can check out some more reviews on your own. There'll be a few that are video form like mine, or you can read some if that's your thing too. I'm going to link you to the 12 Gates Publishing site itself, where you can find some more information about the books and also how to purchase the books. They are so worth your time and attention. Remember, this is the Hamelin Stoop series by Robert B. Sloan from 12 Gates Publishing, and you are going to enjoy these so much. So that's all I have for you, my friends. I hope that you have a wonderful day, that you're doing some things you love, and you're reading and reading and reading and reading some more, and that you take some time to hug your people. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.